Recently, I was approached by Airfix regarding a new release kit. They asked me if I'd be willing to take a look at their new Supermarine Spitfire FR Mk.XIV in 1/48 scale and create a selection of content around it, including unboxings and a build of it. I received a letter with this kit and it said that they hope that I enjoy building it as much as they love designing it, and because we know the patience and commitment that goes into our shared hobby, they've included a little surprise at step 38. So join me in this video as I take a quick look at the 1/48 scale Supermarine Spitfire FR Mk.XIV from Airfix, now with added brake. Hi, I'm Matt and you're watching Model Minutes. Before we start the video, a quick shout out to my patrons. Thanks for your support. Now, I would like to say that Airfix have sent me this kit free of charge, but I'm not paid for this review and all opinions expressed are my own. And I have got another little confession to make as well. This is actually the second time I'm making this video, because the first time I made this video I forgot to turn on my microphone and also didn't set up the autofocus on my camera. So everything was out of focus and you couldn't hear anything I was saying. So I'll do my best to try and catch up with everything that I did in the first one. So taking a look at the box, we've got a sort of standard artwork affair that you get with Airfix kits. On the side you get 2 flying hours, it's a skill level 2 so it shouldn't be that hard, and then you get 2 different paint options, both from late World War II. I think this one's actually 1950, the second one there, silver. Some information about the aircraft, how many pieces there are, the size that it is, and on the other side you get safety warnings. As I say, I've already done this once, so everything is already out of the bag. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the instructions. Pop the lid off. Here's the instructions, and these feel a little bit different to normal. They're actually slightly glossy, and it's an A4 booklet, and there are quite a number of pages, so there's a considerable amount of steps. On the first page you get more information about the aircraft, some specifications and a few safety warnings down the bottom. We turn over, more information, the symbols, the key to the symbols is here, and then we start off building. So they said there was a surprise in this kit, so we'll have a look through, and it's at step 38. What I quite like about these instructions is you can see where they've put the previous steps. They picked them out in a different colour. This kit seems to have quite a lot of alternative choices. The pilot there, he comes in different parts, and I presume his limbs can be put in different positions as he's put down in the cockpit. Looks like the green bits are parts that you can cut out. Turn the page. So the construction looks to be quite simple, but it still has quite a lot of detail included. Let's keep going. Aha, right, so step 38. So there's something else in this kit that you probably didn't see, and that is that there was a KitKat. See, now this is quite interesting because this is a KitKat kit, and this sprue is actually 3D printed. Now I've already eaten this, because I did that in my last video, which obviously didn't record very well. But I would like to point out to Airfix that I don't actually eat my KitKats the way they suggest here. So here they say unwrap it, break a finger off and then snap the finger in half. What I like to do is snap them in half, then snap all the fingers and then unwrap it. But this is a very interesting idea. I mean, I wonder if this is actually just pre-release, or if this is a special version, or is this going to be in like the standard version? Because you know I like to build models that are vintage and have been around for a few years. I mean, if I get a 50, 60-year-old model kit, that's not a problem to me. But I don't really want to take the risk of having a 50, 60-year-old chocolate bar. But who knows? Maybe a 50 or 60-year-old chocolate bar would be quite nice. At least anyway, the kit would still be buildable. So yeah, so 3D printed KitKat kit, which was pretty cool, and a nice little treat in there as well. Right, let's turn the page, let's keep going. Yep, so different tyre options in this. You can see that they've got different treads on them, which I find quite interesting. Propeller, if you put the propeller on, you can get it so that it spins freely. And also the cockpit canopy can be positioned in a variety of ways, with it closed, open, and the door open on the side. Here are the two painting and decal placement instructions, and they're both in colour. As you can see, this one's much more simple, so it's just Humbrol 11 silver all over, whereas this one's a little bit more intricate, will require a little bit of perhaps masking if you're using an airbrush, or delicate control of your paintbrush if you're brushing by hand. So yeah, let me know in the comments underneath which one you'd like me to build, which one you'd like me to finish, and I will tally them up and see which one's the most popular. So, instructions done. Let's take a look at the parts. So as I said, these did originally all come in plastic bags. So that was the one there, see step 38, that's the one that had the Kit Kat in. The clear parts are in there and the rest are in there. But because I've already taken it out, because I messed up my original video, they're already out of the box. So let's take a look at the parts. So on this sprue, we have got the various wheels, and you can see the different treads on there. There's quite a lot of wheels actually. So my question is there going to be another version of this released in due course? The pilot here. So there's the pilot there with his arms off, and to be fair, the detail on that looks pretty impressive. There's quite a lot of fine detail on these parts. Let's take a look at the wings. Recessed panel lines, as is the sort of standard affair from Airfix these days, and detail inside the landing gear bays. They look pretty good. Canopy. So you get two different canopies here. Are they different or are they the same? I think they're slightly different. I think one's for when it's positioned open and one's for when it's positioned closed. There's a little bit of detailing on the actual cockpit canopy where you can see the frames, and there is no flash on these parts. The main sprue. Again, recessed panel lines, rivets where necessary, and absolutely no flash on them at all either. And the last sprue, again, exactly the same kind of affair. This has got the lower wing surfaces on it. Quite good detail represented on there, if I'm honest. That looks fantastic. That should build up to be quite a good kit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you include this one, 6 sprues. And not that many parts. I was expecting more for a 1/48 scale kit, but there aren't that many. Shouldn't take too long to build. That's probably why it's a skill level 2. The last thing to take a look at will be the decals. Let's take a look at these. So standard sort of affair from Airfix, well printed, good registry of the circles there. They're not off centre or anything. There doesn't seem to be any tears or peeling or drying out. There are all of the common ones there. They're well printed and quite fine. So yeah, all in all, this looks to be one of the best kits that I have seen or had from Airfix in a very long time. All of their modern kits that they've done in the last 10 years or so have been pretty good standard. But this one begs a question, is this the best kit they've ever made? And is it because of this? Is it because they are adding a little bit of a bonus, or because this adds a bit of fun? I mean, they must have come up with a deal with Nestle to get that in the box. So yeah, a fantastic little kit from Airfix, and I can't wait to get started. Just one thing worth mentioning, quite a few other YouTubers have received this kit from Airfix free of charge, and we've all sort of discussed with each other, we're going to create a group build. So I've put all of their different channels on the screen there, so feel free to check those guys out as well so you can see what they're doing. And I imagine that no two kits will actually end up being the same, despite the fact there are only 2 painting options. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully, don't forget to leave a comment under the video. Let me know what you think of this new model kit from Airfix, and all that's left to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the workbench again next time.